East Rockingham had the best season in Region B Division I, at least earning themselves the number 1 seed in the regional tournament. However, a slip to Luray sends them on the road to Rappahannock. On Monday, I talked to head coach David Scott to get his thoughts on that, to talk about the season as a whole, and much, much more. It's David Scott, head coach of the East Rockingham Eagles, on the Sports Buffet podcast.
East Rockingham looks to make the long trek to Region A to take on Rappahannock on Tuesday. The head coach of East Rockingham, David Scott, joins me here on the Sports Buffet podcast. And Coach, obviously no one wants to travel from Region B to Region A, as normally it's quite a commute, but obviously you don't have that choice now. Talk about what has gone right for you so far this season.
Well, I think we have a very strong group of leaders. Ryan Kite, our Logan Jr., and Jake Dean and Hunter Hensley, our 2 seniors, have led this team each in their own way in the right path all year long. I think every time we've had a setback, they've come through and really picked us right back up, either on or off the field, and they've done a great job with that.
Even though you're a new school and the fact of only in its second year of existence, most of these kids came from Spotswood. I take it it's not a case where you really had to wear name tags the first day to make sure everybody knew each other, that a lot of these kids have grown up playing baseball together.
Yeah, we've had yes and no. We only had maybe 3 or 4 kids that played baseball at Spotswood that joined us. We're a pretty young group, and the younger group has played together a whole lot through the Little League organizations and travel ball organizations. So it's been kind of a mix between the two. It's not that our kids don't know the difference. Our kids don't, they know each other and kind of grew up in the same community, but they hadn't really played a whole lot together up until this year.
Obviously, I think anytime you start off a tournament, whether it's a district tournament, a regional tournament, whatever, with a big win, I think that can only catapult and give you momentum for the whole tournament. I know you guys got a good start with Alta Vista in the Region B tournament. Talk about getting your feet wet with that first tournament win, no matter what the tournament, and how much confidence it can give your guys.
Well, I think, a lot of times what it does is it allows you to set your pitching staff up right. If you can get a win in that first round, a lot of times it really helps with your pitching and your pitching plan and keeps things simple. That being said, any win's going to get you to the second round, and I think that's kind of where we're at with this season, especially with single elimination tournaments. The main thing is to just get to the next round and the next day. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. But I think the biggest reason that it's good to win that first game is it allows your pitching to stay in order.
What worries you about Rappahannock, and what do you know about them?
Rappahannock's a very good traditional ball club. Their coach has been there a long time as an assistant coach or head coach. Very traditional baseball program. They won the state, I think, not last year, but the year before. Don't quote me on that one, but it's about that time span.
Right.
I think they're very similar to maybe like a T.A. Strasburg, where, they're very, very disciplined, very organized, very after it in the baseball aspect. I think they work at it. I think they're it's going to be a good, tough competition for us.
Region B normally does very well when they get to the postseason, normally in any sport, and I always say, but normally that's just because of how well coached they are and how well they schedule throughout the season. Would you be 100% shocked if you and Luray could match up again on Saturday?
No, I wouldn't be 100% shocked. I think both teams are going to have to play well, and I think that's what you focus on this time of year, is just playing well. I mean, if you can go into every game and play every game well, you got a chance to win, and I think that's what both teams are going to have to do. I think now every team you play can do something special. I mean, every team now, you're down to, I think, the final 8.
Right.
Everybody can do something special, so it's just whether or not you can play well enough to overcome what they can do.
Final question for you, Coach. Definitely appreciate your time. Best of luck again against Rappahannock. Is there any positive that you can take by having to go out on the road that first game in the state quarter?
Well, sure. I mean, that only prepares you for the end of the week. If you're able to do it early in the week, why not do it late in the week? So, it doesn't. Where you play the game, I told somebody else earlier this year. I think where the game's played and how the surroundings of the field and all that stuff don't really matter after that first pitch. You might notice in the pregame that kind of stuff, but once the game's in effect, if you're locked in, you won't even pay attention to that other stuff. You just go about your business the right way.
Coach, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
I was just going to say, definitely appreciate your time. Best of luck, and hopefully you guys are in Southwest Virginia this weekend, and hopefully it's a 2-game trip for you all.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.